If you're an Aquarius and you've been feeling like your life is slightly too loud inside your own head, like your habits, your relationships, your work, your future, all need to be reorganized, then listen carefully. Because March 2026 isn't just another month. For Aquarius, it's a turning point. And I'm going to say something bold right away. Most Aquarius people will feel this month as a second mini new year, and they'll still miss the real message. So stay with me until the end, because I'm going to give you the one decision that changes your entire 2026 trajectory. And I'll also give you a simple 20-second test to know if you're truly at the crossroads, or if you're already halfway out of your old life without realizing it. Take a breath, because what you're feeling isn't confusion. It's reconstruction. And if you're hearing this at the exact moment you've been wanting to clean up your life, your routine, your circle, your career, even your identity, then yes, you're right on time. Let's break it down into clear reasons, so you can track it like a map. Reason 1. March feels like a second mini new year because your system is done running on autopilot. Aquarius, you can survive almost any season. You can make things work. You can adapt. You can rationalize. You can detach. But there comes a moment where your nervous system says, we're not doing this the old way anymore. And that's March 2026. It's not the month where everything magically works out. It's the month where you stop lying to yourself about what isn't working. You might notice it as restlessness. Like you wake up and something in you feels restless, even if your life looks fine from the outside. You might notice it as irritation. Like the smallest things start bothering you. Your messy schedule, your clutter, your screen time, the way certain people talk to you, the way you've been settling. This is not random. It's your inner structure asking for an upgrade. And the first shift happens here. You stop chasing a fresh start as a vibe, and you start craving a fresh start as a structure. You want your life to feel cleaner, clearer, lighter, not just aesthetically, energetically. Reason 2, you'll feel an intense urge to clean house because you're tired of small energy leaks. Here's a scene that might hit too close. It's late. You're scrolling. You're not even enjoying it. You're just stuck. You put the phone down, and suddenly your mind starts racing. You think about your to-do list. You think about your future. You think about that relationship that feels unclear. You think about your job. You think about what you should be doing. And then you feel this tightness, like your life is running you instead of you running your life. That's the March energy. Aquarius, you're not meant to live in constant low-level chaos. You can handle chaos when it has purpose. You can handle intensity when it leads somewhere. But meaningless noise? That drains you faster than anything. So March triggers the urge to clean, delete, rearrange, simplify. You might reorganize your room. You might delete apps. You might change your schedule. You might suddenly want to eat better, sleep better, move your body more. You might get obsessed with fixing your routine. But the truth is deeper than productivity. You're trying to stop bleeding energy because you're preparing for something new. And you can't carry the old mess into the new chapter. Reason 3, you're stepping into quiet discipline because you're realizing freedom without structure is just exhaustion. This is where Aquarius people level up. For a long time, you might have believed discipline equals limitation. You might have thought structure makes you boring. But March 2026 teaches you a different truth. Structure is what protects your freedom, not rigid structure, not perfection, not a strict routine that turns you into a machine, but a rhythm that keeps your mind clear, a rhythm that keeps your energy stable, a rhythm that gives you space to think. Because Aquarius, your mind is your superpower. And when your mind is scattered, you feel like you're not yourself. Here's the truth bomb. Listen closely. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer distractions. That's the first mini climax. Because once you feel that truth, something changes. You stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking you're lazy. You stop thinking you're broken. You realize you've been overstimulated, overloaded, pulled in too many directions. And March is the month you start choosing clarity over chaos. Reason 4, your relationships will feel different because you're becoming allergic to unclear energy. Aquarius, you can handle distance. You can handle independence. You can handle a relationship that breathes. What you can't handle, what drains you the fastest, is unclear. Mixed signals, half effort, gray zones, situationship energy, friendships where you feel like you're carrying the vibe. March 2026 makes you allergic to that. And here's how it might show up. You stop replying fast. You stop explaining yourself. You stop reaching out first. You stop making excuses for people. Not because you're cold, because you're done negotiating your peace. You may also notice something scary. You don't even feel angry. You just feel done. And that's actually powerful. Because when Aquarius is truly done, it isn't dramatic. It's silent. It's a quiet boundary. And if you've been wondering why certain people suddenly feel heavy, it's because you're outgrowing connections that were built on convenience, not alignment. Reason 5. You'll feel like you're standing at a crossroads because you don't want your old life back, but your new life isn't fully visible yet. This is the heart of March 2026. Crossroads energy. It feels like you're in between. Behind you is the old path, familiar, predictable, technically fine, but not inspiring. Ahead of you is something you can sense, the future that feels more you, but it's foggy. You can't fully name it. You can't fully plan it. You can't fully explain it. And Aquarius, that's uncomfortable because your brain wants certainty. But March is not giving you certainty. March is giving you direction. And there's a big difference. You might find yourself thinking in loops. One day you feel unstoppable. I'm changing everything. The next day you feel blank. I don't know what I'm doing. That emotional swing doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're transitioning. It means your old identity is dissolving, and your new identity hasn't fully solidified yet. This is where people quit. This is where people go back to old habits, old relationships, old comfort zones. But if you can stay here, if you can tolerate the fog, something very rare happens. You start building a new life that actually fits. Reason 6. The biggest danger this month is going back to what's familiar just because it's familiar. Let me say it clearly. When the future is unclear, the past looks safe, even when it wasn't. So March tests your self-trust. It tests whether you will choose growth or predictable discomfort. You might be tempted to go back to what you already know how to survive. An old routine that drains you but feels normal. An old person who triggers you but feels familiar. An old version of yourself who keeps the peace but loses your truth. Aquarius, you don't miss the past. You miss the certainty. And that's the trap. So here's the second mini-climax. This one hits hard. You're not stuck because you don't have options. You're stuck because you haven't let go of the old structure. And once you accept that, you stop asking, what's the perfect path? You start asking, what structure am I ready to release? That's when the fog begins to clear. Reason 7. Your career and purpose are shifting because you're done spending your mind on things that don't matter to you. Aquarius, you can do a lot of things. You're capable. You're smart. You can learn fast. You can adapt. But you're not built to stay in meaningless work for long. If your job has been feeling boring, if your tasks feel empty, if you've been craving a new direction, March 2026 amplifies that. Not to make you reckless, to wake you up. You might not quit right away, but you will start questioning everything. Is this feeding me or just paying me? Is this building my future or just draining my present? Am I growing here or am I just existing? And you may feel called to restructure your career from the inside first. Learning a skill, starting a side project, updating your resume, changing your schedule, networking differently, building something with your own name on it. Because Aquarius, you don't just want success. You want meaning. And March pushes you to stop trading your mind for survival. Reason 8. March is a rebuild month. Drop what drains you, keep what nourishes you, build what supports you. This is the moment where you become the architect, not the passenger. So let's sort your life into 3 categories. Drop what drains you, the habit that steals your time and makes you feel guilty, the relationship that leaves you confused, the commitment you made when you were a different person, the need to explain yourself to people who don't try to understand. Keep what nourishes you, the people who respect your space, the routines that protect your mind, the skill that still lights you up, the values that make you you, freedom, honesty, originality, humanity. Build what supports you, a rhythm that stabilizes your energy, clear boundaries that protect your peace, a 90-day direction instead of a 3-year fantasy, a simple structure that makes you feel safe enough to grow. And here's the shift. Once you do this, you stop feeling like your life is falling apart. You start feeling like it's being rebuilt. By you. Reason 9. The secret to winning March 2026 is choosing the next 3 steps, not trying to see the entire future. Okay, here's that 20-second test I promised. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What is one habit I must reset this week to stop leaking energy? What is one boundary I must set this month to protect my peace? What is one direction I can commit to for the next 90 days, even if it's not perfect? If you can answer those, you're not lost. You're at the crossroads, and you're ready. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking. Clarity comes from movement. In Aquarius, you don't need the full map. You just need the compass and 3 steps forward. This is the third mini-climax, the moment you stop demanding certainty from yourself and start practicing trust. Reason 10, March isn't your finish line. It's your turning point, because the real decision is whether you choose direction over comfort. Let's close this in a way your spirit can actually hold. March 2026 is not here to make you arrive. It's here to make you decide. To stop living on autopilot. To stop dragging what's heavy. To stop maintaining what's unclear. It's here to make you say, I'm not going back. Even if you don't see every detail yet. Even if it takes time. Even if people don't understand you. Even if you have to rebuild slowly. Aquarius, your life isn't falling apart. It's shedding what no longer fits. Because you were never built to live a life that only looks okay from the outside. You were built to live a life that feels true on the inside. So here's the one decision that changes your 2026 trajectory. Choose direction, not comfort. Comfort keeps you in the old structure. Direction builds the new one. And if you're ready to claim that, write this in the comments. I choose a new direction. And if this message described your March 2026 perfectly, hit like so the algorithm brings it to more Aquarius who need it. Share it with a friend who's in their rebuild era, and subscribe. Because in the next video, I'm going to cover April 2026 for Aquarius, and the one emotional pattern that will either level you up fast or pull you back into the fog. Your second new year is here. Not with fireworks, with a decision. And you're stronger than you think.